Sports is finally back, guys. July 31st, college. NBA basketball is finally here. And with a new format designated to make the world a happier place and apparently safer from COVID-19. With the new format, 22 teams will be coming back from the NBA season. I believe it is 9 Eastern Conference squads and 13 Western Conference squads. Now, with this new format, 7 teams from each conference will make the playoffs, normal as can be. That 8th and final spot, though, could be a play-in game. The 8th seed will battle against the 9th seed in a play-in tournament if the 9th seed is within 4 games of the 8th seed. In order for the 9th seed to pass into the real playoffs, the 9th seed would have to win 2 games in a row against the 8th seed. All the 8th seed has to do is win 1 game to move on to the regular playoffs from there on out. They will play 8 regular season games to finish out their regular season, and then after that, they will decide the records. And then we'll go from there for the playoffs. So guys, without further ado, I have decided what I think the playoffs will look like. So here we go. NBA playoff predictions, way too early because we actually have no idea what's going to be happening with these teams. In the Eastern Conference, I really don't see much of a fight. Quite honestly, I don't even think the Magic end up playing a game against the Wizards. I think the Magic run away with it, and they clearly go on to that 8th seed. Wizards don't even get a play-in tourney. In the Western Conference, Pelicans will be squaring off against the Grizzlies, guys. They get within, they overtake the Trailblazers, and it's going to be a hell of a game. And get this, the matchup we've all wanted to see, Zion versus LeBron, will happen as the Pelicans come in there and beat the Grizzlies twice in a row to win the number 8 seed. But now, here we go. Going straight to the Eastern Conference playoffs, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Orlando Magic. And I had this one a pretty easy win for the Bucks. They're going to win this 4-0 over the Orlando Magic. The other matchup, the number 2 seeded Toronto Raptors will be scoring off against the number 7 seeded Brooklyn Nets. Another easy win, I think, for the Raptors. They're going to win this 4-1. The number 3 seeded Boston Celtics will be squaring off against a little bit of shift in the standings with the number 6 seeded Indiana Pacers. I just think the Pacers are kind of falling towards the end of the season. I think that's what's going to happen, and the 76ers are going to rise a little bit. But I had this one here, a Celtics win 4-1 over the Pacers. And finally, in the Eastern Conference, we have the number 4 seeded Miami Heat scoring off against the number 5 seeded Philadelphia 76ers. And now my hatred for Ben Simmons probably continues here, but I do think the Heat are the better team. They're a better shooting team. Therefore, they will win this one 4-2 over the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, to finish off the East, we have the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks versus the number 4 seeded Miami Heat. I think this is going to be a very, very tough challenge for the Bucks. I think this is one of the teams that can mess with them and fight them harder than any of the squads in the Eastern Conference. But at the end of the day, I think Giannis will be too much for him, and I think the Bucks win it 4-2 over the Miami Heat. And then, which I think is going to be the best matchup of the Eastern Conference, the number 2 seeded Toronto Raptors and number 3 seeded Boston Celtics. I went back and forth on this one a lot, guys. I didn't really know what to think. I like the Raptors a lot. I like the Celtics a lot. I would love a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Maybe see some revenge by the Bucks. But at the end of the day, I think Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics just pulled out in the end. They win it 4-3 over the Toronto Raptors. Then, the Eastern Conference Finals, it's the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks and number 3 seeded Boston Celtics. And now, I think that'd be a good series. Quite honestly, though, I think the Heat give the Bucks a harder time. I just think the Bucks have the Celtics number, and they get them this time. 4-2, Milwaukee Bucks on their way to the NBA Finals. Now, into the Eastern Conference, the matchup we've all been waiting for and wanting to see. The Los Angeles Lakers, number 1 seed, square off against number 8 seed now, technically, I guess, or 9 seed, if you however you want to put it, the New Orleans Pelicans. And I think that would be a good series just from the standpoint of watching and being a fan, but otherwise, I think the Lakers win this one 4-1 over the Pelicans. The number 2 seeded Los Angeles Clippers will be squaring off against the number 7 seed, the Dallas Mavericks. I think it's a good series. I love the Mavericks. I think they're going to be extremely good next year, even better than this year. Maybe in a top 4 seed, but not this year. The Clippers are just too strong, especially with all the rest they've been able to receive. The Clippers are going to win this 4-2 over the Dallas Mavericks. The number 3 seeded Denver Nuggets will square off against a little bit of shift in the standings. The number 6 seed Oklahoma City Thunder. I think Denver is the more superior team. I think the Thunder have absolutely surprised a lot of us this year. And I think the Nuggets take care of business 4-1 over the Thunder. And then finally, like I said, there's a little bit of a shift. The number 4 seed will end up being the Houston Rockets. They're going to get on a little bit of a groove. And I think the COVID-19 spread and fear and overall problems caused by Rudy Gobert will make the Jazz fall a little bit. So I have this one as the Jazz as the 5 seed. I have the Rockets defeating the Jazz 4-2. Then I have the number 1 seed Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be squaring off against number 4 seeded Houston Rockets. I think James Harden is going to do his thing. He's going to be a star, but at the end of the day, the Lakers are fighting hard to get to that Western Conference Finals. Lakers take this 4-2 over the Rockets. The number 2 seeded Los Angeles Clippers. This is the matchup I've been waiting for. I want to see Clippers Nuggets, and that's what I'm getting here, guys. This was my original Western Conference championship after last season concluded. But so close, but not quite. I have the number 2 seeded Clippers defeating the Nuggets 4-2 to make it for an all-LA Western Conference Finals. And then finally, we have the number 1 seeded Lakers and number 2 seeded Clippers in all-LA.
Oh my God.
Sorry, guys, that was my ringtone. Anyways, Clippers, Lakers, Western Conference Finals. A fully rested Clippers team. I'm sorry, you just can't defeat Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and that stacked team. Clippers are going to defeat the LA Lakers 4-2 and make it to the NBA Finals. And Kawhi just continues his winning ways of the finals. And here we are finally, folks. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Los Angeles Clippers. What I predicted at the beginning of the season is what I'm going to stick with here today. Bucks, Clippers. It's going to a Game 7. Who's going to win it, though? We got Giannis. We got Kawhi. We got Paul George. We got Eric Bledsoe. We've got so many stars here. But at the end of the day, the depth and the absolute magnitude and just monstrosity of Kawhi Leonard takes it home, folks. Game 7 NBA Finals when the Los Angeles Clippers are your 2019-2020 NBA Finals champions. God, I would love to see that, guys. It has been 2 months since I have been able to talk about this shit or say anything. My mind has been going crazy. But God, I just have to wait, another 2 months because it's at the end of the month in July. Just 2 more months, and basketball will be back. And we'll have exactly what we wanted, folks, guys. We'll finally be able to crown an NBA champion. Let's see how close I am. Let's see how right I am. We'll see you next video.